guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing a couple of different lights. I'm doing more lights than I normally do. So if the lighting's off, that's why. I couldn't decide if I liked it better with this light over here on or off. So just let me know in the comments if you hate it or love it, because I can always adjust it for future videos. But today I am actually going to do like a date night get ready with me. Thomas is so cute. Yesterday he said, "We have plans tomorrow, be ready at 5:30. So I was like, okay. I don't know what we're doing, but I'm just gonna get ready like I normally would for a date. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And to add a little twist to it, I thought it would be interesting, in my opinion, to do a no brand tutorial, meaning that I'm just gonna get ready and you guys aren't gonna know what I'm using to get ready. I have some like loves in here. I have some things I never tried. I've had some things I've tried once or twice and I want to like familiarize myself with again. And you can learn what I use in this video the day after I upload this video. And I will be letting you know on Instagram, so make sure you're following me at Monicanna96 on Instagram. Follow me at Monica Northcutt on Facebook and Moni1196 on Snapchat. But yeah, make sure you're definitely following me on Instagram to find out what products I used in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. I've got Carrie Underwood on my shirt and my goal is to look as beautiful as her by the end of this video. It's not gonna happen. That's okay. Let's see how close I can get to it. I got like some little baby hairs. All right, so I'm just gonna like not tell you what I'm doing and we're just gonna chat. That's pretty much the goal of this video. No, actually I'm gonna do my eyeliner first because I can't talk and do my eyeliner. So let me just do that real quick. All right, so I've done my eyeliner and now I'm just gonna start talking. So I'm actually filming on a Friday. I don't know when this is gonna go up, but it is gonna be a couple of weeks because I'm trying to pre-film a little bit because I believe I'm starting another job soon. And by believe, let me explain that. So I had an interview with a job here to be an RBT, which is a registered behavior technician, to work with autistic kids. And I applied for this job thinking, you know, like I'm probably not gonna get it. And then the lady like set up an interview with me like the next day. And then I'm taking this course to register me to certify me as an RBT. And then I'm gonna be working in this learning center and working with autistic kids one-on-one. So I got a call from the lady today and she said I might start next week. I'm not registered yet. I still have to finish the course. So, and the course is 40 hours and I'm not super far into it because I just started it a couple of days ago. And now I'm in like hunker down gear to get it done so I can start work and kind of know what I'm doing. I'm excited, I'm a little nervous, but I get to wear scrubs to work so I don't have to wear uncomfortable stuff. It's the first time I'm trying this mascara, which you don't know what it is. So she is supposed to have these scheduling person call me to ask me some questions. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that to be like to start so soon, especially next week, because I just interviewed on Monday and like I said, it's Friday now. And so I have to like hunker down and study a lot this weekend and move through the course quickly but effectively, of course. And then I've got to go grab some scrubs. I'm actually super pumped about it. Wow, this mascara looks like super good. We'll have to see how it wears. And Thomas is starting a new job next Tuesday, so good things are happening. I'm really excited for us, especially since this year has been kind of like crazy and weird and unpredictable. Thomas is going to be working as like a budget manager. It's a different name than that, but basically he's going to be over all the budgets at the company he's going to be working for. So while I'm thinking about it, I wanted to show you the giant amount of information I have to absorb. This is just the study guide, all that. So yeah, I put this together because I'm a neat freak and I felt like it, and I picked yellow to brighten up my day because I'm a freaking weirdo. But yeah, and when I put this together, it made me think of that scene in the Lizzie McGuire movie where like Mrs. Doubtfire, Mrs. Undermeyer like puts the book on Lizzie when she's like laying in bed, like sick, pretend sick. But yeah, that's what this reminds me of. Except it's like even bigger than that. What are you doing?
I know what you were doing.
I thought that somebody was like gonna hurt me.
Babe, no one's gonna hurt you.
I'm also trying to go to school this semester as long as like the financial aid goes through, which has been a disaster because you can't do anything in person right now because none of the offices are open. So I'm trying to do everything like online, and so I requested a specific thing from the IRS and then they sent me the wrong thing and I had to wait 5 to 10 business days. So now I had to re-request the right thing and hopefully they'll send it to me in another 5 to 10 business days so I can send it to UAH so I can take classes this semester while also working. Every time Thomas is home I get like really awkward because I know he can hear me talking to myself. It's fine. I meant to talk about it in my wedding makeup video, but I got distracted by actually telling you like the steps I took for my makeup that day. So I was going to talk about it in this video because a lot of people are asking about the wedding and stuff and like how traveling during a pandemic is, especially to another country. And so we're just gonna talk about that right now. So traveling to Aruba was very difficult to do. You have a lot of procedures you have to follow per their protocol, like from the Aruban government. So like we had to take a COVID test, obviously, and we had to pay for Aruban insurance. We had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, well, 4 in the morning, and at American Family Care at like 4:30 before people started lining up to get a COVID test, but we had to take it at a specific time because per the protocol of the Aruban government, you weren't allowed to take a COVID test more than 72 hours before your departure to Aruba. So we had to get there. We left on a Sunday and we got there like to the American Family Care at 4:30 on Friday morning before and sat there and got our names on the list but couldn't take the test until 9:45 Central Time, and we left out of Atlanta. So it's a 1 hour difference there at Eastern Time and we're Central Time, so our flight on Sunday was 10:45, which means that at the earliest we could take the COVID test at 9:45. And we did the rapid result because it takes normally like sometimes 3 to 7 business days to get the result back. So we had to do the rapid result. For the Aruban government, you had to take the test within 72 hours and you had to submit it no later than 12 hours prior to departure. So it was very stressful. And so actually my parents had to drive up to Huntsville because everybody else was running out of rapid tests except for the American Family Care that we live 3 minutes away from. So thank goodness for that. We were literally calling counties and towns 5 hours away from us and like even in different states, but like in certain states, unless you live in the state, you can't take the test there. It's not valid, apparently. So it's very interesting. And it's a 20-minute turnaround. That's what the rapid result is, by the way. In case anybody's wondering, the COVID test itself, it's not as bad as you think. I see these charts online where like the Q-tip thing goes like all the way up to your brain. It's not like that. At least not the one that we did. I don't know if there's like different levels of like how far they go up or something. But this one was just like up both your nostrils, maybe lasted 3 seconds total. And then we're done. And it kind of is similar to a flu test, and it wasn't painful, just kind of made my eyes water a little bit. So that was nice because like I like freak myself out with this kind of stuff. I don't like shots. I don't like things going out my nose. And like the problem is like, you know, with a shot, like you can look away and they can do their stuff, but like when there's stuff up your nose, it's not like you can be like looking up. You're always gonna be able to see it because of your peripheral vision. But then we finally got that, and then we had to get approved by the country of Aruba that like they had to actually approve our tests. So we were approved after a little bit of problem because Thomas and I got an email from a guy and he was like, I can't see it. And we were kind of like, can you zoom in and then see it? Because we scanned it and then sent it to you. So he finally did, and we got approved. In regards to the like morning of our flight, so fast forward to Sunday, we flew out of Atlanta and we stayed at Thomas's great aunt and uncle's house in Roswell before, because our flight was at 10:45 like I mentioned, and we didn't feel like driving 3.5 hours to get there. So, and if you're wondering why we decided to fly out of Atlanta and not just fly to Atlanta from Huntsville, it's because there was a $2,000 difference in flight prices. So yeah, we just didn't think it was worth it, and we drove up on Saturday before. So that morning of the flight, these are very pigmented shadows. I haven't used this palette very much. The morning of the flight, I woke up at 3:30, wide awake. And so I was like, whatever, I guess I'll go get ready now. By get ready, I mean pack my stuff and put clothes on. Take a shower, put clothes on. Because like I was not bothering wearing makeup when it was gonna be like an all-day affair, wearing a mask, obviously, doing all the protocols. I just didn't think it was necessary. It's not like I was going to impress anybody. I was already with the person I was gonna marry. So it really didn't matter. This is a really pretty color. So when we got to the airport, we got there like 6:45 or something. It was like pretty early. I mean, they are telling you to get there earlier due to COVID protocol, but we didn't need to get there that early. We got there like probably about an hour to an hour and a half earlier than we really needed to. But that's okay. I'd rather be early than late, obviously. So we went through like the international part we flew with Delta. So we went to Delta and went through the international part, and they checked our bags that we had, and my wedding dress was my carry-on, and then my carry-on with like my actual carry-on with all my stuff in it was Thomas's, because I asked him to please carry that, because when you're going to your own wedding and you can only be allowed one carry-on per person besides like, you know, a woman's purse, you you have to make do. So luckily Thomas was very helpful with that. So we got there, we went through all the necessary things, got checked, got our passports checked, got to the gate, and I paid some bills when we got to the gate. You know, priorities. And then they were like, the Delta desk itself had just found out about the de-embarkation card, and it needed to be approved. That was another thing that needed to be approved. So you had to actually be approved with that. And if you weren't allowed to travel. So like you have to be approved, you have to upload your COVID results and everything. So we showed them that we had a little green check mark, which is obviously you being approved, and we were pretty good. My parents, Thomas and I, were all on the same flight, and then that wasn't on purpose, it just happened like that because there's really right now, oh gosh, Bella, there's really right now only like one flight a day to and from Atlanta and Aruba. So I'm having problems with my makeup now. It was going on pretty well, and I don't know what's going on right there. So that's just super great. Pretty much salvaged it to the best of my ability. I'm gonna clean up like the fallout issue when I go in with foundation and stuff. So I'm gonna continue my eyes. Well, if anything, that shade is really pretty. And then once we got there, we had to do customs. We had to go through customs, and it was definitely very intense during a pandemic. It's already like pretty intense there anyways, what they said. And then we had to keep showing our coronavirus test, our ED card. I had like printed out everything and then like made copies of them. So I had like 3 copies of everything we needed. And then screenshots, you know, for backup. So once we got there, we got picked up by somebody. It was really funny because they actually had like a sign that said like my dad's name, which is who the pickup was under. And it was like, you know, all those scenes in movies where like you get picked up at the airport and they hold up the signs. I've never actually seen that in real life, so that was pretty funny. I really wasn't intending my eye look to be this bold. We're just gonna roll with it. And now I'm gonna move on to foundation and continue my story, or my talking, whatever. We got there, it's super windy in Aruba. That is the #1 thing. So windy. Like, all the time. It's not like, oh, it was windy this one day and that was it. No, it was windy the entire time we were there. When we got back, I was like, oh, where's the wind? That was a good story. Oh, where's the wind? So I got some espresso. Look at this cup, isn't it cute? I got a set of 4 from TJ Maxx for like $2.99. They were on clearance. And they pretty much match the aesthetic of the apartment. It's no secret that I'm using the Tati Beauty Blendiful. Aside from the getting to Aruba part, because that was an adventure. When we were there, we did a lot of excursions and stuff like that. So like we got there on Sunday, and then the following Monday we went on an 8-hour excursion. Ugh, I got that on my lip. Beautiful. All around the island, and it was super cool. And then the next day we got married, and it was beautiful. People want to know about that. So the wedding planner, her name is, and I don't know if I'm butchering this, so I'm sorry if I am, but from what I gathered, her name is Lissy Lampe, Lampe, and she works for like, I think it's Aruba Ceremonies and Celebrations is her company, and she was super awesome. She was just really on it. She's been doing this for years, and she set up everything. It was so nice not having to worry about that. That was one really, really good thing about a destination wedding, is like they take care of everything for you. It's a lot cheaper. You don't have to worry about getting everything done in time because they do it for you. You basically just get yourself ready and show up on time. And that's it. I did get my hair done. I didn't want to do my own hair because I just didn't feel like it. Between makeup and hair, I'd much rather do makeup. I find it to be more interesting to me personally. So I had my hair done, and the lady who did it was super nice, and really it looked so good. She came in and she was like, just letting you know that I'm gonna do really, really tight curls, because I did it like curled and then like half up, half down, woven into my tiara that I wore because I'm a pretty princess. I'm just kidding. And at first I was like, oh gosh, because I'm not big into tight curls, but she was like, I have to because it falls, because that humidity is like really bad there. And I was like, all right. So I trusted her. It ended up looking really good, even just like with the tight curls. The wedding itself was on Eagle Beach, which was actually the beach connected to our resort. And it's one of the most popular beaches there, which I didn't know. I literally put it on Eagle Beach because I was like, it's walking distance, and I didn't want to have to like worry about everybody riding there and like trying to get taxis. They don't have Ubers over there, but their taxis really are more like Ubers, just gonna be honest. Got married under this really famous tree, apparently, and it's really cool. I talked about it a little bit in the vlog about how it was like a famous tree. It's one of those really cool trees that like you see in like movies and pictures, and you never really see in real life unless you travel somewhere like this, obviously. And it was perfect, and it was so sweet because Thomas cried like the whole time. And I cried before. I felt kind of bad because I didn't cry during, but I told myself I didn't want to cry because we had to take pictures after, and I didn't want my makeup to be all over the place. And it was perfect. I mean, literally way more perfect than I could have ever imagined. The wedding planner did a great job. We had a violinist who was amazing, and we were married by a religious officiant because we're Christians, so that's how we wanted to be married. They did have the option to just have like a regular officiant that wasn't religious, so that's always good to know in case you are not religious. Kind of funny, I wore heels because my dress was measured for heels because this wasn't the original plan. And so like when I was walking down the aisle, my heels were sinking, and I'm not graceful as it is already, so I was like praying I wouldn't fall on my face, because we got a videographer, and although that would have been a funny blooper, would not have been funny during that time, especially like because I didn't want to get my dress all dirty and stuff. So although the wedding wasn't what we originally planned, it really was perfect. I recommend now to a lot of people to do a destination wedding. It really takes the pressure off. When you're planning a traditional wedding, you're really worried about making sure everybody else is happy. Like, what music do people want to hear? Like, not what music do I want to hear? What food would people like? You know, that kind of stuff. So like this is like, it's more about you and less about like worrying about what other people want. So that's nice, just in case you're wondering. And I mean, I know like as like a little girl, when you're younger, you're like, oh, I want it to be like this big wedding. Well, this was perfect in my opinion. And I was like, I've always wanted like a bigger, not a big wedding, but like a medium-sized one. So like not huge, but like just, you know, a decent amount of guests. But to be honest, like there were definitely people I missed at it, like my bridesmaids and like close family friends. But I did in the end like much prefer what we did. And plus, I don't know if our second original plan, our plan B, to get married August 29th would have been feasible with how rampant the pandemic is, and it hasn't really decreased any. It's like, it was just wonderful. I finally got to marry my best friend, and I missed my bridesmaids and my maid of honor, but you know what, in the end, I don't regret it. It was beautiful, it was in the perfect location, it was a perfect day. Thomas cried, and it was sweet. I got to get ready with my mom and Thomas's mom, and that was fun. Like, we were just like, it was just like the three of us, and it was fun. I haven't used this powder before under my eyes, so we're gonna see how this goes. So what's really cool is that like where we stayed was like walking distance from a lot of places. And if it wasn't, it was really close driving distance. We definitely recommend renting a car because the taxi prices there are ridiculous. Like a 5-minute ride was like $10 or $11. Everything in the room was really expensive. I bought 4 12-packs of beer, and each of them were $25.09 a piece. And it was just like, I mean, it was technically imported beer there, but it was like Miller Lite. It wasn't for me. The boys were on a fishing trip. Yeah, when that rang up, I was like, what? We regretted that. I told them the price, and they were like, what the heck? The one thing about traveling right now is that obviously a lot of places aren't open. Everything closed by 11 at the latest, and so a lot of places weren't open. I wanted to go to this piano bar, and it wasn't open because it didn't even open until 11. So like there was no point in opening it if you couldn't be open, obviously. Like a lot of restaurants closed relatively early, and so it was very inconsistent. Like the nightlife there was non-existent during this time, which is fine, but like we would have enjoyed like getting to experience that. Our guide who hosted like the excursion we did on the first full day we were there that Monday was named Richard, and he was super awesome. He was like such a great tour guide, and he was just super friendly. He hooked us up with our rental car and gave us a really, really reasonable price. So that was nice. Everybody there is really, really nice. That is a consistency. And in terms of like, if people are going, why would you travel during a pandemic? Don't you understand the risks? Yes, we took the necessary measures. We're not going to make a habit out of like going and traveling. This was just one thing that we felt like we wanted to do because we really just wanted to get married. We were tired of waiting. And I know that sounds like, oh, you're being impatient, but we have like postponed trips because of this. We postponed our wedding a couple times because of this. So we were just ready to get married and not just be engaged anymore. The whole time we were taking the necessary precautions. We wore a mask. We stayed socially distant from people. We were very careful. So as long as you're doing that and you're washing your hands and you're sanitizing your hands, you can travel well. I wouldn't sit there and say you should all go travel, but like if you were in a situation like we were, it's definitely doable as long as you like follow the rules that you're supposed to. I went ahead and did my eyebrows without talking because I can't do that, and I was having like some issues today. I feel like they turned out all right. Anyway, so now I'm gonna kick off this little bake. So I talked about in my wedding makeup video briefly about Taylor Swift's new album, which I love, and I was talking about my favorite songs on it. You know what, I've been listening to it still, like that. I recorded that video yesterday, but you're gonna be seeing this video like a week after that video. Actually, it's really hard to pick favorites. I don't even have like least favorites. I like all of them. And The Lakes came out today, but I don't have the CD yet. I don't even have a thing to play CDs except for my car. So I know it sounds rude because I know that, you know, they're just doing what they do best, but I really hate when artists do that because like most people don't have CD players anymore. Most people don't even have like DVD players anymore. So I hate when they just do like CDs. I wish that I could just like go out and buy a deluxe edition, you know? I really like this brush. I mentioned this brush in that video as well, and it's just really big and dense, and I really like it. I'm getting over my shirt. Sorry, Carrie. I'm wearing like off the shoulder thing, I think. I'm gonna take you with me to show you what I'm wearing and like maybe do my hair. There's not really much I'm doing to my hair. Would you guys like a video on like how I healed my hair? Cause like I went on like a year hiatus of basically never ever heat styling my hair. I think I did a total of like 4 times because like every time I went and got my hair cut, I would ask them to straighten it so I could see and make sure there was like no inconsistencies or unevenness, because I always do that. But like my hair is way healthier than it was. In like May of last year, it was like just so bad. It was so bad. I like heat styled it way too much. I heat styled it for years, but like it just got to the point where I was like, all right, I've got to stop. And I used to hate my natural hair, but now like I really like it. So yay for improvements in my thoughts about myself. Even though I contour now, I'm so careful with it because I don't want to like make it look super stripy. You know, like those people that you see where it's like literally stripes? That's what I strive not to be. So the other night, I was sleeping peacefully in bed, and Bella's tall enough to jump on the bed now, and it was like 2:30. She's been getting in this habit of jumping on the bed like right where my head is. It's very not comfortable. She hits me in the head, it wakes me up, I'm not happy. Well, this particular time, she jumped on the bed, and her nail went up my nose and cut the inside of my nose, causing it to profusely bleed for an hour. And now, ever since then, trying not to get an infection. So I put like hydrogen peroxide up there, Neosporin, and my nose runs even more than it does normally because of it. I don't know why, but it does. Raw Beauty Christie came out with a Pure collab, like a collab with a beauty company, Pure. And it was when I was in Aruba, and I was like super pumped about it. Well, it sold out so fast. She restocked once. I don't think she's restocking again, and I didn't get it. So I was like really pumped about it because I really, really wanted it. I really like her, and I really think that it's just such a cool collab because it's like 2 different kind of palettes in one, which is perfect. You know, if you're feeling a little creative, great. If you're feeling neutral like I am every single day of my life, perfect. Well, even though I had like super struggles with eye makeup, it turned out all right. It looks pretty good. A little bit darker than I was anticipating, so I don't know if the lips I am debating about using are gonna work, but we're gonna see. So I mentioned a while ago, like before we went to Aruba and everything, that I was gonna be filming a skincare video soon, and I know I haven't. And the reason why is because I decided to start trying some more skincare products out, and I wanted to get like a really solid opinion about them before I talked about them, so I could like, you know, recommend them to you or not recommend them to you. So that is what's going on there. I'm going to be doing a little bit longer of the testing, and then I'll do like a detailed skincare video, like about, you know, my nighttime skincare routine, my daytime skincare routine, my makeup skincare routine, because it's a little bit different than like my just regular daytime. And like then sometime soon I'm going to be doing a sunscreen video for your face because I have super sensitive skin, and if you do, I'm putting my skin through heck to find recommendations for you. So I hope you guys appreciate it. I promise that my hair is gonna look better than this soon. So now I'm gonna do lips, and I'm gonna figure out, actually no, I'm gonna do eyebrows. I'm gonna finish my eyebrows real quick. It's hard to hide like what I'm using in my eyebrows right now because you've seen, if you've been watching me, you've seen these products before, and I can't really hide those. Oh, I'm gonna do it closer. Now we're gonna do lips, and I haven't decided which lip I'm gonna use. I don't know if this one will match. Because the eyes turned out like way darker than I was expecting. So that might work. Let's see how, which one works. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips though. I'm not living for this lip with this eye look. All right, so I'm gonna go figure out a lipstick to wear and then take you along with me. All right, so I'm back, and I changed my lip to more of a nude because I just felt like the other one was too much. But I put an outfit on, and I'm wearing a crop top with like a skirt thing. Let me show you in a second. I gotta put some wedges on so you can see it. So this is the outfit I'm wearing. It's kind of awkward feeling to do this, but it's like a little cute outfit. I've never worn it before. So I'm excited for our socially distant quarantine-ish date with masks. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell below so you know when I upload. Don't forget to check in tomorrow on my Instagram, Monicanna96, to see what products I used, and go and give me a follow while you're at it. Yeah, I love you guys, and we'll see you in my next video. Bye.